Hello, Gary Hernandez here. I wanted to go in a little bit more detail about the new Garrote survival bracelets. Now these are just like the other Garrote bracelets. We can still use them for self-defense, we can still use them for takedowns, we can still use them for restraints. But with these, have the ferrocene rods for starting the fires, and I'm doing some of these in a nice bright orange for a rescue orange. Now, like I said, you can still use these just like the regular Garrotes for all your maneuvers, your takedowns, your chokes, your restraints. But another thing is, with the rods on the end, we can also use them as a fire starter. Now, I don't have a striker attached to them yet. Down the road, I will be putting a striker somewhere on this. But right now, I'm going to use a striker off my other rods to show you. So I'm going to scrape off some of this because you know when you have the new ones, you've got to get the coating off to get it to strike. So I'm going to do a couple strikes, have the lights cut out, and do a couple strikes. I'm going to kind of show you some other stuff with this. So right off the bat, ask Corinne if you don't mind hitting all the lights for me. And then she's going to come by and hit these. You're going to have to give me a second to get some of the coating off of this, but we should see some kind of strikes. Once I get the coating off, alright, thank you. Alrighty, so once I got the coating off, started throwing out some decent sparks. Not bad, even though you don't have a huge rod, it still will get some sparks off for you. So besides doing, like I said, the initial use of the Garrote, you can also use it now. If you have a good tinder, you can start a nice little fire. Also, it still has the abilities to put it on, wrap it around, bring it up, and hook it, and keep it as a sling again. So now you can still hook it and make it a sling, just like you. So if you're outside doing some survival stuff, injure an arm, you need a quick sling, you have paracord to do a sling. Also, hook it. You have basically about 2 feet when it's tied together, a paracord. If you had to, you can snip it. Now you have 4 feet of paracord you can use for all kinds of stuff. But I was able to make a sling without having to cut it. And again, if I break fingers like I did with the other ones, I can use this to wrap my fingers really tight, hook it in, and I've got a finger splint. So now I can use it to hold my fingers together. If I break a finger, you know, you just can't do much till you tape it up or something. If I don't have any tape, I can unhook it. And I didn't have to cut the paracord to use it for a finger splint or for a sling. And again, I can put it back on my wrist and use it for survival, use it for self-defense. With the ferrocene rods, I can use it to start a fire. And you can use you can use a small knife to do that. So if you know anything about using the rods, you know how to go ahead and use it to start a fire. So it gives you more now than just using it for self-defense. So now I have the ability to utilize it for more of a survival purpose. One of the reasons I did it in a bright orange is because now we still have the forest green, the olive drab, we have the camo, we have the black, we still have the different colors. But I did this one in orange because it's more survival than it is trying to be stealthy. Number one, if I drop it in the woods, it's going to be a lot easier to find. Number two, what I can do with it also, besides using it for a sling, for a splint, to start a fire, or for self-defense, because it's orange, I can move it around. I have something I can use that's kind of bright. So if I'm in the woods and I'm trying to signal somebody, they're going to see orange. They're going to see the orange. So I can use it for signaling as well. So there's a lot you could do with this now. So I'm trying to come up with better ways to take this and make it to where it's going to be more useful. So, and soon I will have a striker attached to this. So these we're selling at our school with the rods for $12. And the other ones are still $5, the standard ones. But we're always trying to make something a little more interesting for you guys and gals out there. So again, if you're interested, let us know, and thank you.